Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello, grade 1s, and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa, and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is Sources of Energy. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we know that we need to sanitize. Let's take our sanitizer and rub inside our hands, around our hands, in between our fingers, on our wrists, and our fingertips too. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we'll be doing vocabulary, sight words, number concept development.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Now, boys and girls, let us start our lesson on page 20. On page 20, we are going to be doing our vocabulary words. Remember, vocabulary words are words that may be new to us and that we can use from now on. We're going to tell you what each word means if you have never heard it before. We have the words carrot, potato, grow, blossoms, spring, dog, cat, pet, water, dirty, litter, clean, float, sink, cold, hot, sun, earth, stars, energy. Well done if you were able to read your vocabulary words. Now I'm sure over this year we have seen and heard most of these words. So that's why we're going to be doing a crossword puzzle. Now, instead of a crossword puzzle today, we're going to be doing a word search. Some of those words we have tried to look for them together, and that's what we're going to do on the board. Now, as you can see, I have found the words dog, dirty, and cat. This is the word cat. Here is the word dirty, and this is the word dog. So we're going to look for the words stars and hot. Now remember, every time we're looking for a word, it's either we start looking across or down. Today we're going to start with stars together, looking for the letter S. Now, I'm going to try and look for it going down. We're going to start at the top corner and we are looking for an S. Nothing here so far. Oh, I found one! And the next letter is a T. And here's one. And we have an A, an R, and an S. So that means the word stars is here. Remember to only circle the letters you need and do it carefully. Then don't forget to cross out the word before you move on to the next one. Now the next word is the word hot. So we're going to look for the word hot starting with the H. We're going to try and go across, but going from the bottom. So far I have not seen an H, no. How about here? No. What about, yes, I found an H. Now I need an O. Yes, and a T. Good job, everyone. So all the letters are there. We just need to circle them nicely and neatly and then cross out so that we don't look for it again. So take your time, boys and girls. The word puzzles and the word searches are so much fun. All you need to do is pay attention. Don't forget you can use different colors for each word. Now we can move on to the next page, page 21. On page 21, we have some coloring to do, but not just any type of coloring. We're going to be coloring according to the words, our sight words. Today, we have our sight words that need our help. 5 of them, and each of them have a different color. Let's take a look at the board to find out which colors we'll be dealing with. Now the first sight word is the word big. When you're coloring in your booklet, you're going to use orange every time you see the word big. And then every time you see the word see, you're going to use yellow. Every time you see the word jump, you're going to use the color pink. And then every time you use the word wear, you're going to use the color gray. Then, when you see the word play, you will use the color blue. So take your time first, boys and girls, looking for the words. And then, as soon as you see them, use any of the colors that have been used for that word. Have fun, and I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
Now, boys and girls, let's move on to our last activity for this lesson, page 22. On page 22, we are going to be doing number concept development. Today, it is all about arranging and our tens and ones or units. Today, we're going to start with our arranging. The first thing we're going to do is arrange according to ascending order. That means we are starting from small to big. And then after that, we're going to do descending order. That means we're going to start from big to small. So let's try and do the first ones together. Let's take a look at the board. Now, as you can see, I have my numbers just like you on the board, except for this one now, we are going to have our numbers starting with the first one, and we're going to move from small, yes, to big. Now, the one thing that's going to help us do all of that is if we use our number lines. Now, as you can see, our number lines are here across and down, or rather up and across. We're going to start with the smallest number on our number line, number 1. Now, since all of these are single numbers, it's going to be easy for us to find it. Is there a 1 on this side? No. So let's move on. Can we see a 2? Yes, we can. So what we do is we take that 2 and put it as our first number for small. And then we cross it out so we don't look for it again. Then we move on. Can we see a 3? No. How about a 4? Yes, we can. Now listen. If you cannot find the number, you need to take your steps back, because I've realized as teacher, I've made a little itty bitty mistake. We started with the number 1, but in fact, the smallest number that is there is the number 0. Uh-oh, silly teacher Mutsa. So we're going to start with 0 first, and we're going to say 0. And then we're going to do 2. After that, we said the next one on our number line was 4. So we're going to take 4 and then cross it out. Good job. Now we're back on track doing the right thing. Let's move on. After 4, what's our next number? 5. So that means if we have a 5, it's the next number. And we have a 5. So we say 5 and we cross it out. That means, boys and girls, our last number, which means it's our biggest number, is 7. So we take our 7 and we cross it out. Now our number line is complete from smallest to biggest. So take your time when you're doing that one, and remember, ascending means small to big. Then now let's take a look at our other side of the exercise, going down. Now, instead of us doing from small to big this time, they want us to do from big to small. We're going to do the last one they have given us. So let's take a look at the board. Now remember, descending means from the biggest number all the way to the smallest one. So to help us, because we have 2-digit numbers, we are going to put our tens and units. This one is a unit because it's standing alone. Remember, Mrs. Units likes to live alone. So we say this is an O for ones or units. There is another one. But here we have 2 digits. So we need to say tens and ones. Very good. Here, same thing, tens and ones. Then here we only have 1 digit, so it is a ones. And the last one, we have tens and ones. Good job, everyone. Now we have the opportunity to start properly. Now if we look carefully at our numbers, we're going to start, remember, with the biggest to smallest. So instead of starting at 1 like we did before, we are going to start at 10. Yes. So are there any units, or tens rather, that start with 9? So we're looking for tens that start with 9. This is a 10 but it's a 4. This one is also a 10 but it's a 7. And then this one is a 10 but it's a 5. So no. How about 8? Let's check. This one is 4, this one is 7, and this one is 5. So no. We move on. 7. Yes, we do. We have 73. So that's our first number. 73. And because it's our first number, we cross the whole number out so we don't get confused. The next one is going to be, let's see, we move from 7 to 6 now. Do we have any 6s for 10s? We have a 4 and a 5, so no. Let's move on. We have a 5. Yes, we do. We have a 5. So we take our 5 and that will be the next one. The full number is 51. Now we move on from 5 to 4. Do we have any 4s for 10s? Yes, we do. This one. And this number is 45. Remember, we did our tens and units, so it can't be this one because we said that's a ones. Let's move on. Do we have a 3? No. Don't forget to cross out when you're done. Do we have a 2 for tens? This is a 2, but it's for ones, so it doesn't count. No. Do we have a 1? No. So now we're going to our units or our ones. We start at the top. Do we have a 9? No. 8? 7? 6? No. Oh, I missed a 9. So remember, it's very important to check with your number line. I had missed the 9, but I'm sure you picked it up before I missed it. So we cross out our 9 and add it here. Then we have our 2 and our 4. Which number is bigger? Is it 4 or is it 2? Now a clever grade 1 knows that 4 is bigger than 2, so that is the next number. That means the last number is 2. Good job, everyone. Now I want you to please do the rest of the exercise by yourself. Remember to take your time and make sure you read your numbers carefully, especially if you're looking for a specific one. Have fun, and I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Boys and girls, we have now come to the end of our lesson and I hope you had fun. Remember, if you are feeling lost or you don't know what to do or it's really hard, that's okay. You can ask an adult for help. But make sure you try to finish your work by yourself. So now that we are done with our lesson, it's important for us to sanitize. So let's take our sanitizer and we rub inside our hands, around our hands, in between our fingers, on our wrists, and our fingertips too. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I think Sashi has been trying to come into the classroom. I'm sure he's here by now. Hello, Sashi, where are you? Oh, there you are. So, from Sashi and I would like to say thank you so much for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, MyZone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.